live from Los Angeles.
There is a lot of buzz about this game. The teams with the two best records in the NBA.
This building is shaking. I mean, this feels like playoff basketball.
Booker with Curry on him, shakes it, knocks it down. Wow, what a pass. Back-to-back possessions with blocks. Boy, what a half. And now Bridges with a steal and a two-handed jam. They tie a franchise record. The Phoenix Suns, 17 consecutive wins and an impressive victory at home against the Golden State Warriors tonight.
Hey, welcome into NBA Today. So the duel in the desert, it lived up to the hype. How were the Suns able to stop a sizzling Steph Curry to win their 17th straight? And LeBron James is in the league's COVID protocol. So how long is he going to be out? We're going to look at the good, the bad, the ugly for the Lakers without James this season. Plus, it was the Nets who won the Battle of the Boroughs. But the real fight may have been between the Knicks and the officials. Who got the upper hand there? We have a big show today. So we had to call in the heavy hitters, my hitters. It's Richard Jefferson. It's Kendrick Perkins. It's Chiney Agumake. So you guys, if there was a 7-game series today, right now, who are you taking, Chiney?
Oh, I'm taking the Suns.
Okay. Who are you taking, Richard? Okay.
The Warriors, 100%.
100%.
100%. I'm taking the Warriors.
I'm taking the team that represented the West last year in the finals, and that's the Phoenix Suns. I would not dare disrespect.
They have bigs. They have bigs, and the Warriors don't.
Well, good thing we're going to get into all of this. We're going to first take a look at last night's game, and we get a 2-game series this week. How fun was that? But let's see how it all shook out, Richard, when Steph Curry and the West-leading Warriors, at least at the time, were visiting Devin Booker and the red-hot Suns.
Look, at the end of the day, Steph Curry, he just wasn't on his A game right here, and you got to give credit to the Phoenix Suns. We talked about Bridges and how important his defense was last night, and he showed out.
Well, unfortunately, Devin Booker, take a look at this play. He drives, but look how he comes away. He comes up from this play limping just a little bit. That would be it for his night. He hurt his left hamstring on the play. You can see him grabbing it a little bit there. So he would leave the game, and he would not return. We'll have an update later.
Yeah, but look, this was just too much Suns, too much depth. And even, look, you get DeAndre Ayton, who was the key last night. He was that dude. And I know Steph had an off night, but that's just going to happen sometimes when you're a great player like him.
Absolutely. It happens. But then also this happened at the end of the second quarter.
Look, DeAndre Ayton was the man. Pay this man his money. I don't know what you're doing, Phoenix Suns, but you're costing yourself a problem if you don't give this man his money.
So can we just go ahead and call Chris Paul Captain Clutch at this point?
Yeah, and look, they have two of the most clutch guys. One of them was out, and that just meant other guys got to step up. We've seen this so much in his career, making the right play at the right time. Huge three, and look at Devin Booker out on that bench.
It's good to see him, especially after he left early in the game. Chris Paul doing what he does.
It's just clutch at this point in time. We know the numbers. Everyone has broken down the numbers from our guy Schwartz. When he gets going and he creates for other people, and you see, you got one guy out, another guy steps in.
It was just a barrage at the end. And you know what? Booker tweeted, he said, "No loss November."
That season where we only won 19 games, it was just a lesson learned, that we never want to get back to that ever again. And that's what we're showing.
What's crazy about that is you guys lost 17 in a row that season.
See how life goes?
It's over. Suns win. What an NBA basketball game as the Suns have come away with a victory.
It's a tribute to everybody, especially the coaching staff, the guys that have been here. They went through some 19-win seasons, and they stayed the course. We did what we did last year, but even coming in this year, it's the foundation that was set. And, you look at the team we just played tonight. They've been doing that now for a long time, and I think that's what most teams around the league trying to build.
So if it wasn't official before, it's official now. The Suns have tied their franchise record 17-game win streak by beating 14 different teams in 7 different states. Phoenix has won 12 of these 17 games against teams that are 500 or above, including the last 2 against the Nets and the Warriors, who, along with the Suns, are atop the NBA standings. So the Suns became just the 7th team in NBA history to win at least 16 games without a loss in a single calendar month. Say that 10 times fast. And the first since the 73-win Warriors in November of 2015. This is Chris Paul's second 16-0 month of his career. It's just easy for him at this point. He did it with the Clippers as well in December of 2012. So the Suns' win streak is at 17 games right now. That's tying a franchise record, as we just noted. They played the entire second half, though, without their leading scorer. That's Devin Booker. So Woj will be with us in a little bit to update on his hamstring. But before we get there, let's talk about what happened last night. Janae, I want to know from you, what did you see from the Suns' backcourt after Devin left?
I feel like the guys can agree. Honestly, the story.
They can agree.
We can never.
No.
Never.
The story
With you.
of the with me, I think they can accept shit. Okay. The story of the NBA season so far has been really defense, the resurgence of defense, and I think that has propelled the Phoenix Suns to this win streak. And if you look at the numbers, which our producers here do an excellent job of giving me my numbers as a nerd over here, Stanford over Arizona, Richard.
Yeah.
You look at the numbers on what their defense was able to do yesterday was super impressive. Mikal Bridges, he guarded Steph Curry 37 times yesterday and held him to 3 points. That's some miracle work. And look at all the percentage numbers. We all talk about this is the worst shooting performance of Steph, and a lot of it was just a bad night, and it sort of turns into an avalanche. You have to credit the defense here. That defense has been in the NBA, the best in the NBA. And so how do we sort of show you how this makes sense? Give me my tape producer, Quite Cool, baby. Let's break it all down. Mikal Bridges, super impressive, and this is what it looks like. Starting up, matching up against Steph Curry. Guys, the switches are going to be everywhere, and that's what plays to the Suns' advantage. He switches off, but he's ready to come back, guard him right there again. He stays on his back. He uses his length, contests the shot. That's tough. And Steph is so great at running around the court. Again, after half court, impressive. Multiple bodies around him. So this was not an easy night. It wasn't just a bad shooting night. They forced that situation. And I think that's why the Suns have won, even though, Devin Booker was out. That helps you.
So speaking of that situation, that forced situation, before the fourth quarter, in his post-game press conference, in both of those interviews, we heard Monty Williams say, you know what, Steph is just missing shots. And we've been praising this Warriors team all season long, talking about them getting back to their kind of strength in numbers, right? Everyone getting involved. But do they need an all-world shooting out of his mind Steph Curry to get back to that championship level?
Not if they have Clay. If they have Clay, because we've seen Game 6 Clay. We've seen Clay do amazing things where he carried the Warriors. That's one of the reasons why he was upset he wasn't one of the 75 greatest. But one of the things that you pointed out in your video is how great of a job that Bridges did. But in some of those clips, you saw that they were allowing for DeAndre Ayton to track him.
Yes.
They were tracking him. They're like, listen, you're going to be on top, and the Ayton, we want you up. In transition, you see that JaVale McGee up on the ball. That's because Draymond is a playmaker. He's not necessarily an offensive threat. So they're like, if Draymond wants to go for 18, if Draymond wants to go that, but what we're not going to do today is allow Steph to be Steph. And the last thing I'll say about Monty Williams sound like a coach that was going to have to go against Steph again. He's going to have to go against Steph again. He's like, he was just missing shots.
Can I jump in with numbers? Because this is amazing. DeAndre Ayton held the Warriors to 3 for 11 field goal as the primary defender. Also, the Warriors were 1 for 15 field goal percentage, 7% when he contested a jump shot.
I got your back, girl.
I see Perk wanting to jump in.
You know what? You know why I want to jump in? I need to jump in. Look,
why are you standing up?
Because I want to. Because I was calm yesterday when I tried to warn y'all. Sinead, the video breakdown, the numbers, they were cute. Richard, the little segment that you did was adorable about Steph in the clutch. I appreciate all that. But it came down to DeAndre Ayton being the best player on the floor. By the way, JJ Redick is not here right now because I remember him saying, I wouldn't want to see DeAndre Ayton switch out on Steph. That wouldn't be good. Well, it happened to work. The big fella slid his feet. And then on top of that, look at Draymond. Relax. A pick and roll comes. Guess what? I'm going to switch.
Yes.
Monty Williams says I got an agile big. I'm going to switch. I'm going to take a matter of fact, I think he blocked this shot.
He did.
Yeah, he blocked this shot. Where's JJ Redick at right now when we need him? Look at DeAndre Ayton up on the screen, hands out, making them shoot over it. Look, DeAndre Ayton and JaVale McGee, by the way, was 4 for 4 from the field, off the bench. This is not rocket science. Those Phoenix Suns made them play their game. Something about what we talked about when the Golden State Warriors and the Nets played and Steve Nash benched LaMarcus Aldridge. You know what Monty Williams said? You know what? If y'all want to switch, we go punish you. And they threw the ball down there to DeAndre Ayton and he punished him. And I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
I want to see him sit back in this chair.
Watch it. Watch it.
Oh, it dropped. It dropped.
You want to see that too? You want to see that too?
Yeah.
You want to see that too?
It's a Yeah, that's his heat.
Yeah,
that's that Beijing in his beard.
I think that's his heat. But you guys, I did mention Devin Booker, so I do want to get an update here from Adrian Wojnarowski. We're joined by him now. So Adrian, Devin Booker left the game in the second quarter with a left hamstring injury. What's the latest on Book?